Hey everybody, Jill here. Welcome to video number 2 of the website audit guide. We are still on sheet 1. This is the basics. Today I'm going to cover the benchmark section and the WordPress section. Benchmarks are just to let you know where you are at this point in time. The reason why I like to do this, it just gives me an idea of where a client was when I started with them versus where it is, after we do all the website audit checks and improvements. So in 6 months, after you're done with the whole website audit, make all your edits, it'll be interesting to see, how many backlinks did you have? How many keywords did you have? Just to give you an idea of, what the improvement was. So with the benchmarks, there's a couple different ways to do it. This is just my preferred method. I do how many pages are indexed in Google. You can actually see that data in Google Search Console or using the site operator, site _domain-name.com. I like to do that just to match them up because we will do a Google Search Console section later with this audit. So I like to do this just so I can compare the two. So if I type this in for, just say, I just picked this website, site _growfoodeasily.com. And what's important here, don't add a www or HTTP or anything. It's just the domain dot whatever. So you don't need any prefixes there. So if I just do this, I can see there's about 94 pages indexed in the search results. So I'm going to come back here. How many pages are indexed in Google? I'm going to put 94. Again, just a benchmark. For these three, what is the total number of backlinks, root domains, and then how many keywords currently rank? Okay, if you don't have an existing Ahrefs or SEMrush account, there is something called Ahrefs Webmaster Tools, which is free. It integrates with Search Console as well, and it'll just give you some basic information about your site. Make sure you read, the disclaimers and all that. I know some people have issues with the security with it. I don't have any issues with it. They're going to find me anyway, is my thinking, and it does give me some useful data for free. So I like it. So if you do want to integrate with this, it'll give you this data. This is where Webmaster Tools is on Ahrefs. You're going to go to ahrefs.com, webmaster-tools, and then you could just sign up, get it integrated, and then this is the data that you'll get. So I can see my backlinks, I can see my website authority, I can see the referring domains, how many keywords are ranking, traffic estimate. So you've got, some good data. And if I click these, I'll show you in a second, you can see more data. So for now, I'm going to fill these in on my spreadsheet. So I have 818 backlinks and 276 referring domains. Backlinks is 818. Referring domains is 276. And then how many keywords? 7,700. So I'm just going to put that here. So I just have some basic data, and it'll be interesting to see how this grows after I make all my improvements. What is the domain age? This is a little bit of a factor. The older a domain is, the better chances it will rank higher. That does not mean new domains won't rank well. It just does give it a little bit of an edge. If you're writing amazing content, you can easily outrank high authority sites, and I've done it, so I know it can be done. So don't take this as the end all. It's just a good thing to note because it gives you a baseline against the competition. Okay, so what is the domain age? You can go to this website, Dupla Checker, and enter your URL, check domain age, and then this is what it gives me. So this one is about 3 years, 6 months old. Domain was created 2019, so I'd put 3.5 years. So 3.5 years. Okay, and that's it. So these are your base checks, and again, we'll look at these again once we're done with the audit and make all our fixes and all that. Then we come down to WordPress. So I can't put into words how many times I've went into a website and I've seen 60, 70 plugins, 3 different SEO plugins, 4 different caching plugins, minimize plugins, okay? No site needs to have 50 or 60 plugins in it, absolutely none. So really sit down, figure out what it is that you need, delete any that you're not using. If you know you're not using a plugin, delete it. If you have a plugin that you only use once in a while, turn it off when you're not using it. Okay, the reason why every plugin you add adds more code to your website. The more code in your website, the more at risk you are for security issues, and the more at risk you are for one heck of a slow website. So one of my own websites, as an example, just to show you what I do, is I will actually turn off plugins when I'm not using them. So if I come here, go to plugins, like if I'm not using Generate Blocks right now, actually this one I could probably totally delete. I think I changed everything out. I wanted to get rid of this plugin. This one is deactivated because I'm looking at a problem. WordPress File Manager, I only use this once in a while, so I turn it off. So I have a total of 25 plugins, and my site does a lot. I've got a lot of stuff going on. So just look at your plugins, see which ones you can honestly do without. Hire someone if you need to. If you're not sure, then go ahead and hire somebody to help you streamline your plugins. Okay. There is no right or wrong either. If you're going to ask me how many should you have, that's not a question anyone can answer. It depends on the functionality of your website. Okay. Duplicates of plugins are not needed. If you have Yoast, you don't need rank math. If you have the WordPress fastest cache plugin, you don't need WordPress Rocket. So just make sure you don't have duplicates. Are all your plugins updated? This is critical. So you need to make sure all your plugins are updated. So I have 25 that are active. I don't need any updates. Mine are all updated. So I can put 25 here. I'm going to put good because mine are all updated. So if you are in this box and you put in 75, this is definitely something you're going to need to address. I would say if you have more than 20, really analyze them and make sure you do need them all. Is WordPress updated? You guys better be doing these updates. Okay, so that should always be a yes. Is a fast, clean theme being used? This affects SEO because some of these themes are so sluggish, it takes forever for the page to load. So not only is that an SEO issue from a crawling perspective, but it's also an issue for your users. I know several sites that are still on Divi. I used to love Divi. I don't love it anymore. I don't recommend it. It's just really a slug because they are so much in there. There's so much code to make all that stuff happen, and a lot of that code you'll never even really use, and you can't remove it. So I would stick to themes like Generate Press. I heard Oxygen Builder is good, and I'm sure there's a couple more out there. All I use is Generate Press. For me, it has been amazing. I score 100s every time I use it on any site I put it on. For page speed insights, so highly recommend Generate Press. I'm going to do good because that's what I'm using. Does the website have a staging website? Some hosting companies have staging websites set up for you, like WordPress Engine. They automatically do what they need to do to not have those websites indexed. So your staging website, like on WordPress Engine, will never be indexed. They handle it for you. If you built your own staging website on a different host, you may actually see it in the search results. So when you do your site domain operator lookup, you should be able to see whether or not you have a staging site set up. Okay. If you have one indexed, it'll say staging.growfoodeasily.com, and that's kind of what you want to look for. So if you know you have a staging site, just do a quick site operator check and see if any of those pages are indexed. If they are, that would be a super huge priority to get that removed. The best way to really not have that happen is to put your staging site behind a password. If it's behind a password, it won't get indexed. You can use other options, which I'm not going to go into right now, but they don't all work 100% according to Google, so you have to be really careful on that. If you have a staging website and it is currently indexed, you need to pull it down or do something. So get some help with that if it's over your head, but make sure that is a priority. So I know I do not have a staging website at all. So I'm going to put good on all of these. Is the staging site blocked in Robox and have a password requirement for access? That is how I would recommend doing it. When I used to do website development, that is how I did mine. A customer would have to log in to see their development site. Is it being indexed? I know mine is not because I did my site operator check. And then are there internal links pointing to the staging site? This is usually an issue when you had a staging site and you pushed it live and for some reason the links did not change over to the actual domain. So this, you can either do a manual review, which will take you a while. You can look in Screaming Frog or Sitebulb and do a crawl. If you don't have those tools, and you're just going to have to go through and see what's going on there. But that's another thing to really look at, and that's another critical item. So that is it for this. Just some basics for WordPress and benchmarks. Next week, I will start diving into some of the more technical stuff, and this is where the fun really starts. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. Any questions on any of this, let me know, and have an awesome day.